guys, so today we're having a little interview with Enrique Rocha, AndroidPIT's developer, and we just thought it would be a great idea to come out for some hamburgers and then have a little chat. So Enrique, do you want to start with the conversation, the interview right away, or do you want to, eat your succulent hamburger?
Eating first.
All right, I guess it's decided. All right, so we had our hamburger. Now we're having an ice cream. It's pretty delicious. Enrique, so your position at Android Pit is being the developer. So we obviously follow what's going on in the world of developers. Recently, there was the Google I/O. Can you tell us a little bit about that, how it affects developers, and what the APIs they were talking about?
Okay, so my role at AndroidPIT is, like you see, eating ice cream at lunch. I'm joking. I'm the Android developer at AndroidPIT. And regarding Google I/O, a lot of things were announced. And really nice things were also announced the week before Google I/O by Square. A lot of open source projects were announced. Some of them I'm actually using on the new app. And regarding Google I/O, probably one of the most important things that was announced was the new Android build system based on Gradle. I'm trying to migrate to the new build system. It's kind of hard because since we have to support older Android devices, there are two really major libraries that we are using, like Action Bar, Sherlock, and Holo Everywhere, and it's kind of hard to adopt the new build system if you are using those libraries. One API that was released called Volley, that's supposed to ease the pain of developing apps. I'll probably check into that, but I think it's more or less the same that the APIs that were announced by Square, so probably I won't go into them. The new location API has some nice things. The cloud services also announced really nice things on the cloud service. And yeah, I suppose all developers that were checking out Google I/O already know all the new stuff.
So you personally, as a developer, what are the things that you find interesting within that job, and what are the challenges that you're faced with within the world of developers?
In terms of the fun of being developer is really, really nice because you're actually developing something for people to use. And for me, that's really nice. The feeling of doing something that actually a lot of people will use is really nice. And what was the other part of the question?
What are the challenges that you're facing within that job, if any? If you're an expert, maybe you don't have any.
No, there are always a lot of challenges, even if you are a super expert, because you have to deal with a lot of different devices and a lot of Android versions. There is still a lot of people using Android 2.3, and that kind of forces to have some special care regarding the development.
And can you tell me, if someone wants to get into being a developer, what are the skill set that you need? Like, how do you get into that line of work?
Yeah, first it's really expensive and actually pretty easy. Expensive because you have to not waste, but like invest the most precious thing probably in the world, which is your time. So you really have to invest a lot of time if you don't know anything. But nowadays it's really easy to get into development because a lot of online free courses are being done in the whole computer science world, like Udacity, Coursera, EDX, all provide a lot of really nice courses. So I think everyone with some free time can arrive home after work and just check the courses instead of watching your favorite TV show, for example.
Very interesting. Yeah, your ice cream is melting. So the Android app itself, the Android Pit app, has been going through a lot of changes recently. And I hear there's a new update coming to Android Pit users who have the app installed. Can you tell me a little bit what users can expect, and the new software features that might be brought to the table?
Actually, the app is being completely restructured in the back end. There are a lot of things that are being changed. Yeah, my ice cream is melting.
Go ahead.
Um, and probably for a user, the most different thing in the app is the new, some of the new holo design concepts. It really make the app look very different and much more modern. And some of the new updates that we are going to launch a new the big update for the app, AndroidPIT app, and from that point on, we are going to do like everyone does, is this develop release small increment updates with features that people ask, like the Facebook login or Google Plus login, instead of having to have your own AndroidPIT account.
Tell us about the responsive design.
That's not for this version, but will be implemented in a future version, because we will have the design optimized for phones, 7-inch and 10-inch tablets. My ice cream is really melting. And yeah, that's not for this version, but will surely come up in one of the next updates. Yeah, responsive design is actually really important, because a lot of people are starting to use Nexus 7, for example, because it's not too large and not too small, and it's since we are a company that is really content based, it's sometimes easier to consume content in a tablet instead of a phone.
Which smartphone are you using, actually?
I'm using Nexus 4. I was using a ZTE Blade before, a Portuguese version called Sapo A5, which only exists in Portugal. And I'm using Nexus 4 just because for me it's the best phone in terms of price quality ratio.
So thank you very much, Enrique, for participating in our interview. We learned a lot today. So keep in touch and take a look at our articles at AndroidPIT.com, and we'll see you next time. Bye.